Okay guys, I'm going to try to go out for a ride. It's Friday morning, it's about 10:45. Temperature's probably about 50. Oh man, I just took my husky for a walk, come back. We're going to see what the story is. If there's more torque or what. Alright, we got to start it up. I got the enricher on. There's a lot of roads here that are just really messed up right now. So I got to be very choosy where I go. And I got to really be choosy where I go, guys. They got 4 patches down on the main drag down here. They're doing some kind of utility repairs in the road, and there's like dips. These real severe dips they made. What else is new around here? You know, it's a piss hole. Pittsburgh. It's not called Pittsburgh. It's called Pittsburgh. That's what I call it. I call it Pittsburgh around here. I'm going to let this warm up a little bit. Now this, I have a full tank of gas in here, but since I put that 585 cam in this, the gas mileage should be worse on this. So I'm thinking it'll get about 16 on the highway. You used to get 19, now it should get 16. And 1 o'clock I got to be at the bank at 1 to sign papers to get that loan, that debt consolidation loan. That's going to happen today. Then I have to start paying my credit cards off, guys. I'll tell you what, it's going to be hard to part with that money, man. Because they're going to put $22,000 in my checking account, so I'll have $22,000 more in my checking account. I'll tell you, man, it's going to be hard, boy. It's going to be hard to part with that money, but I have to, guys. I have to pay these cards off, man. Or else I'll get myself in a spot. Can you dig me in a spot? Yeah, I'll get myself in a spot then for show. Alright, I think we're cool. Got my boots on. I always wear boots, guys. You guys that wear sneakers, man, and goddamn sandals, you gotta be out of your mind. Always wear boots. And here we go. Make a left. Everywhere else is messed up. How did I know he was coming? I knew it. I knew it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I definitely got more pickup. There's no doubt about it. Oh yeah, this definitely got more pickup. I tell right off the bat. You know, there's not a break-in period with this. You know, now if I were to replace the tappets, I would have to have a break-in period. Oh, I'll tell you, it's so good to be on a motorcycle again, man. It's so good. It's got a sound, boy. It's got a sound, man. It's got one sexy sound. I'm gonna have to take this to the Glory Days motorcycle show, guys. I think I'm gonna take it to it this year, man. Oh boy, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. This is what living here is all about. Yeah, this is what this is all about here. Sitting in traffic. This is what this area is all about. Rubber band sitting in traffic, guys, because they're digging some hole up here. I'm telling you guys, everything I tell you about this area, man, is 100% true. There's no lies. This place is a shithole. It's a shithole. That's all it is. It's a shithole. Everyone that lives here wants to move. What's he gonna do? Watch him stop me. Hey? What'd I tell you?
There's a hole out there, so be careful. I don't want you scraping too much.
my mind is, how can they leave it open to traffic? This is supposed to be the blue belt, okay? That's supposed to be our beltway. How in the hell can you leave that open to traffic? Patch the goddamn thing. Do it right. That's one of the bumps I called the complaint in to the Department of Transportation. Oh yeah, I called that in, and they told me the company is doing utility work. That's what they told me. Because there was a bad dip in that one. Maybe they're going to fix it. Maybe they're going to level it out. So I hit that with my car, and the front of my bumper scraped on the asphalt. Okay. Here's thumbs up. You know, and you can't go slow. Okay, you cannot go slow when you hit those, because there's always someone on your ass. Always, guys. There's always someone on your fucking ass. Yeah, there's always someone on your ass, like there is now. So you cannot go slow. You know, these roads are not made for something like this. That's why I couldn't sell this. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to clean the oil off the bottom of the frame here. That's what I forgot to do. I forgot to do that. I couldn't understand what the hell he was saying to me. He was telling me about that goddamn cut. Thank God I didn't bottom out on it. If that was any deeper, I would have bottomed out. They would have had to probably help me get out of the goddamn hole. I'll tell you though, guys, it's bad here, man. These roads are horrible. They're horrible. You know, and it's every single year. Every year they're fixing this, fixing that. Ain't nothing fixed. Ain't nothing fixed. Ain't nothing fixed. Alright, we're gonna go on a highway. We'll go down here. Yeah, I smelled my oil that was on the engine. I forgot that. That's what I forgot to do. I forgot to clean that. Yeah, so we'll have $22,000 more in our checking account. Man, I tell you, you don't know how tempted I am, guys, to buy something, man, or rent something somewhere, like down in Florida right now. But I know what the right thing to do is to pay the debts off. That's the right thing to do. That's the right thing to do right now. Pay the debts off. Super loud. It must be super freaking loud right now. Cold, I tell you guys, it is. It's cold, man. It is really cold right now. Now see how close I am to this car up here? I'm actually too close. I'd say this probably has, I'd say 10%. Oh, you son of a gun. Oh, I didn't say that one. Probably has about 10% more torque. Maybe 20. I'll be honest, I think it has about 20% more torque. I got the oil, guys. The oil came in, man. I might change the oil in this tonight. Yeah, I might change the oil. I might do the oil tonight. I got 2050 modal. Boy, this wants to pop a wheelie. Yeah, I'd have to say it's about 20%. Maybe even 25% more torque. It's almost too much torque. Yeah, it's almost too much. It's almost uncontrollable. Yeah, I'd say about 25% more torque, guys. See, when I go wide like that, I make sure there's no one coming. All right. Oh, why are we smoking? I'm smoking, guys. Something going wrong here. What's going on? Man, I got oil on everything. I thought I smelled oil. What is the problem here? I wonder how much oil I lost. I wonder where the hell that shit's coming from. Where could it be coming from, guys? Where is it coming out of? Man, this makes me wish I would never even touched it. Alright guys, I'm gonna have to figure this out, man. I gotta turn you off. Alright. I know what's going on. The push rod tubes is where the oil's coming out of. The chrome tubes that the push rods are inside of, both of them are there's I think either two or four of them are leaking. That's what's going on. So either the seals are shot inside them, or I didn't put them on right. So I'm going to have to take a look at that. If the seals are shot, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to replace the push rods and the chrome tubes with the seals. That's what I think is going on there. I'm pretty sure, because I started it up and I saw the oil dripping out of where the push rod, like the bottom of the push rod tubes. That's what's going on. So I can't touch the motorcycle until it cools down. Then I'll see if I can fix it. If I can't fix it, that's what I'm going to have to do, guys. If the seals are shot, that means I'm going to have to cut the push rods with a pair of bolt cutters, and I'm going to have to get quickie push rods and readjust the push rods and replace the. I mean, I might as well get if I have to replace the seals, I might as well just get the quickie push rods and a new set of the chrome tubes. But that's what's leaking. I'm 100% sure that's what it is. Always something. This makes me feel like I should never even touch it. See, usually this is what happens. Whenever you do something like this, it's always something else all the time. It's also very possible I didn't install, I don't know what those things are called that on the push rod tubes you have these little, I guess you can call them clips. Possibly I didn't install them in a proper place. That could be what it was too. So I'm gonna have to take a good look at this. I'm gonna consult the service manual first to see if there is a proper installation of how you do that. So, but that's definitely what it is. So we'll see what we can do. What I should have did before I took this out, I should have started it and let it warm up to its optimum temperature. Then I would have seen that those push rod tubes leaked. What I'm going to have to do now is I'm going to have to buy probably a can of foamy engine bright. I got to do the whole engine up because there's literally oil on the belt, there's oil on the rear wheel, there's oil on everything. Because I went down a highway with it shooting oil out like that. You can see that I didn't install the tubes correctly. The two tubes on the left, like if you're looking at the engine, the two tubes on the left side are actually touching each other, where the ones on the right side aren't. I didn't put them on right. So I'm gonna have to take the clips off. I'm gonna have to see what my push rods are like. And I'm certain I put the push rods up in the ball of the rocker arm. I'm certain of that. And I'm certain they went into the ball of the tappet. Now, when I took those tubes apart, guys, they were hard to come apart. They were very hard to be able to slide up and down. So I'm thinking the seals are shot. More than likely, that's probably what happened. The seals are probably shot in those tubes. They're cracked or torn, because this was the first time they were ever touched. With all that heat in there, and there's O-rings in there. And I figure 2006, this is what, 2023? That's what, 10 years, 14 years, 17 years they've never been touched. So they're probably cracked. And if that's the case, I have two options. Okay. I understand in order to take the the push rods out, you got to take the heads off. Or you can buy the quickie push rods. Then what you do is you cut them. You cut the ones that are on there now, you cut them with a pair of bolt cutters, and you change out the push rods. You put quickie push rods in them. I'll have to go through the whole readjusting thing again, and new tubes with new seals. I think that's what I'm going to wind up having to do. I'm going to take a look at those O-rings tonight, and I'll let you guys know what. But when I came home with this in a driveway,
I saw the oil. The oil was literally dripping out of the like the bottom. Like your push rods here. Then you have that thick part, that collar that you push down when you want to take the clips out. That's where oil is dripping out of that collar. So that's what tells me the either installed them improperly, and I not only installed them improperly, but the seals are shot in those tubes. So yeah, guys, if you're thinking of putting a big cam in your bike, man, don't. Just leave it like it is. Because you run into all this crap. You run into all this stuff. And if you have time for it, that's fine. But I don't have time for this. I don't have time for this. I have so many things to do here with this house. This is just one more thing now on my plate. This is one more thing dumped in my lap that I've got to do. And I might sell the motorcycle for a real low price just to get rid of it. You've seen what these roads look like around here. They're just horrible. They're horrible. These people around here are insane. They are insane. They are totally insane around here. There's nowhere to go. There is literally nowhere to go around here. It's an overpopulated shithole. It's exactly what the Pittsburgh area is. That's actually what Allegheny County is. It's an overpopulated shithole, is what it is. Every year they dig up roads. They claim they're making improvements here, and nothing changes. We have the same old crappy ass roads that we've had for the last 70 freaking years. There's no expansions. There's absolutely no improvements done, and they sapsucker the people every single year. Oh, we have to raise your taxes. I'm sorry, because we're doing all of these improvements. So yeah, but the whole right side of the motorcycle is just drenched with oil. I probably lost, I'd say maybe 3/4, maybe a quart of oil. Now, I did check my spark plugs. My spark plugs are cool in the gang. So don't think I misadjusted my rocker arms and I punched 2 holes in the pistons. That's not what happened, guys. What happened was I was in a rush as usual. I was in a hurry as usual. That way I can make a video for you guys before the winter onslaughts us. I was in a rush for you to try to get this running so I can make a video before the winter comes for you. And as a result, I didn't put those tubes in right. Now you have to remember, this is the first time I ever did this. When I had my Harley, I never did much. The only thing I did on the Harley was change the oil. That's the only thing I did to it. I never took the pushrod tubes off before in my life on a Evolution engine. And the Bigdog service manual, Chuck, they don't tell you a damn thing. They don't show, there's no pictures of this. They don't tell you $300 for that. I paid $300 for that service manual. They don't tell you a freaking thing on how to install those pushrod tubes. You're better off scouring the internet or going on Bigdog Biker, and on there there's forums and there's forums in there, and there's pictures in there, and there's people that went through this before. And look out. So okay. But the motorcycle does have more. It does have more torque. It has like 20, maybe 25% more power. So now that kit is $250 plus shipping for the new tubes and the new seals and the quickie push rods. It's like my wife said. You're good at fixing this. You have a mechanical background. You can fix these. And I said, I said, you know what? one thing you don't know is the parts for these things are expensive. I told her, if I have to replace those seals on those tubes, you just can't take the seals and put them on there. You have to take the push rods off. And there's only two ways you can do that. Number one is with a bolt cutter. Number two is with you take the heads off. And I told her the kit for that is $250 plus shipping. That's what she don't know. So, guys, I'll never learn, man. I will never learn not to touch stuff. This is the last time. I don't even think I'm going to paint this. I'm going to paint that rear fender I got. I'm going to paint that silver. But I don't think I'm doing nothing. I have learned. I have finally learned my lesson. Not to touch stuff anymore.